What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back, talking about the 5 ways that my Alabama Crimson Tide can beat these LSU Tigers, in which I have no doubt that they will. This morning, or this afternoon, earlier this afternoon, I put out a video stating 5 ways that LSU could beat my Alabama Crimson Tide. So here we go with the 5 ways that my Alabama Crimson Tide will beat the LSU Tigers. And number 1, the most important one, is contain Jayden Daniels. We know Jayden Daniels is one of the best, probably the second best quarterback in college football today, behind Michael Penix, okay? Jayden Daniels, he can throw it, he can run it. I mean, damn. He's got 25 touchdowns, I believe, to only 3 interceptions. He got 5 touchdowns on the ground. He done ran for over 500 yards. He's playing off the chain. He's playing out of his mind, okay? But it's left up to my Alabama Crimson Tide defense to put a stop to it, and I believe they're going to do it because my Alabama Crimson Tide got the players to do it in Chris Braswell, Dallas Turner, and Jahad Campbell. And I have stated that we're going to have to use a spy on Jayden Daniels, and the spy is going to have to get there when it's time. Jahad Campbell, I will use him as the spy. He's fast, he's quick, he can get the sideline to sideline, and he's an excellent tackler. I tell you that right now. But anyway, back to Jahad Campbell. He didn't start the season. He didn't really start until Deontay Lawson went down. And I didn't even name Deontay Lawson. I just named Chris Braswell, Dallas Turner, and Jahad Campbell. But we do have another freaking all-world linebacker in daggone Deontay Lawson. But Jahad Campbell really didn't start until Deontay Lawson got hurt. And when he got his chance, he made the best of it. And guess what? He ain't going to relinquish that position. Plus, we do have Tresman Marshall also. So we got a gang of linebackers who can contain this daggone Jayden Daniels. That's a fact. Okay. Plus, our defensive line is playing pretty good too. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have to contain Jayden Daniels, man. We're going to have to get pressure on this guy. We're going to have to keep him in the pocket. I mean, Jesus. Plus, Jayden Daniels, he got great wide receivers also. So they can get it done. They can get it done. And, hey, they got a good running back too in Logan Diggs. But anyway, contain Jayden Daniels. The defensive line, they're going to have to get pressure. Linebackers going to have to get pressure. We're going to have to blitz him from time to time. We got to get to Jayden Daniels. Just like I said about Jalen Milroe and LSU defense trying to force him into mistakes, we're going to have to try our best to force Jayden Daniels into making a couple of mistakes too. But here's what the article said. Contain Jayden Daniels. This one's pretty much obvious, and it is. Daniel is the straw that stirs LSU's offense. It's an offense that leads not only the SEC but the nation, averaging 533 yards per game. And Daniels has accounted for 70% of that, passing for an average of 321.6 yards per outing, while adding 65.13 rushing yards per contest. He might get them 65 rushing yards, but he ain't finna pass for no 321 yards. Not on this defense. I can tell you that right now. So, but anyway, keep it going. So containing him is clearly the main objective for an emerging Alabama defense that hasn't allowed more than 2 touchdowns since the loss to Texas. All right, that was 6 games ago, and it has come against some pretty good offenses in Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Tennessee. All pretty good offenses, but they ain't nothing compared to this offense that's once again putting up 533 yards a game, and a quarterback that's throwing 321 yards per contest and running for 65 yards. So this is another task, and it's taller than the rest of them. But anyway, of course, there's nothing like what the Tide defense will be up against on Saturday. But at the same time, it's a defense that keeps getting better and better with each passing week. On the flip side, Alabama will be the best defense the Tigers have faced since their embarrassing defeat to Florida State in the season opener. It was a game in which Daniels turned his lowest completion percentage rate, 59.5 on 22 for 37, and fewest TD passes, 1, and threw one of his 3 interceptions this season. If the Tide can contain at least similarity, which they certainly have the ability to do, with their stellar D-line and elite linebackers, they could make things very uncomfortable for Daniels and the Tigers. You heard that, stellar defensive line and elite linebackers. We have all of that, and hopefully they can make things very, very, very difficult for Jayden Daniels, and hopefully they will hold him to under the numbers he put up against Florida State. But albeit the Florida State game was the first game, they didn't got a whole lot better since then. But I expect my Alabama Crimson Tide defense to go out there and show up and put Jayden Daniels on his back. That's what I'm expecting. But anyway, let's keep moving. Number 2, Jalen Milroe's accuracy. We know Jalen Milroe is accurate on the deep ball, but we also know he'd have missed some intermediate passes, which he should have made. But I have the utmost confidence in Jalen Milroe to hit the deep ball, to hit the short to intermediate pass. He also have proven that he can hit the short to intermediate passes also. But his accuracy is going to be key in this game. Because guess what? LSU's secondary, the defense as a whole is not stellar. I'll just put it that way. But anyway, they have been susceptible to letting teams get explosive plays on them. And that's what my Alabama Crimson Tide is planning to do. But anyway, article says Jalen Milroe's accuracy. This will be another major key when you consider how many opportunities Milroe will have to complete a pass. Why? Because the LSU secondary, and in particular corners, are perturbed by the not perturbed, but putrid by any major college standard. Putrid meaning not good, decaying, garbage. Anyway, they are putrid by any major college standards. Garbage. Anyway, there were already major questions at the position before the season started, but since then, the Tigers have lost all 4 corner transfers that head coach Brian Kelly brought in to help alleviate the problem. So for Saturday, LSU is down to moving a safety to corner and playing 2 true freshmen. Jermaine Burton probably about to have a field day, him and Kobe Prentice. That means that Milroe will likely be looking at wide open receivers, Jermaine Burton, Isaiah Bond, as well as tight end Amari Neblack. Don't forget about outs too. Anyway, Amari Neblack, among others, whomever head coach Nick Saban and offensive coordinator Tommy Rees decide to put out there will likely find open space against this secondary. Getting them the ball has sometimes been difficult. So Alabama will need to see the Milroe accuracy that he had against Ole Miss. He went 17 for 21, 81% passer rate, rather than the accuracy against Arkansas. Went 10 of 21, 47.6% passer rate. If it's to be successful, I think we'll find success against this defense. If they done lost all 4 corners and moving a safety to corner and using a true freshman cornerback, oh my goodness. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be, Jalen Milroe going to be dropping dimes out there. You can believe that. So, as long as the key to that success is this offensive line, if they can hold up just enough to give Jalen Milroe time, Jalen Milroe going to have a career day against this LSU defense. Yes. But anyway, moving on. Number 3, taking care of the ball. Don't make mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. Please. Because if you turn the ball over, you're giving this offense extra possessions. It might be disaster for my Alabama Crimson Tide. But let's see what the article says. The last thing Alabama needs is to give LSU extra possessions, which is true. Taking care of the football will be critical, and that begins with Milroe. That's true. Throw the ball out of bounds. If you have to take a sack, take a sack. But like I say all the time, Milroe, run the damn ball, please. He did that last game, so hopefully we'll get some design runs in this game too. But anyway, yeah, taking care of the ball begins with Milroe. The Alabama defense has come away with 10 takeaways over 8 games. That's not a lot, but it's not bad either. However, Milroe has thrown 5 interceptions, and Alabama has turned the ball over 8 times. That's 1 per game, and that's too many. That is true. 8 games, 8 turnovers, 5 interceptions, I believe we got, and 3 fumbles. Lost fumbles, I'll just say that. So we can't have that. Against this secondary, I think the only way Jalen Milroe get a interception or whatever is he's pressuring into making that mistake. Now, the interception he had against Tennessee, he threw it in the well, it really wasn't double coverage. It was a daggone ball that Jermaine Burton just didn't catch, basically deflected off of him. Hey, and the Tennessee safety was there to just, dropped it in his hands, and he got it. So I'm not going to put that on Milroe, because guess what? The ball should have been caught, basically. It should have been caught. But anyway, Tennessee guy did have good coverage. But anyway, we got to take care of the ball. We got to take care of the ball. It says if Milroe can throw the Crimson Tide jersey and keep it away from the white jerseys, he should have a field day against the secondary. Just what I just said. And I'm expecting him to have a field day, a career day against this LSU secondary. But only if the offensive line can hold up and give him time. All right? That's number 3. And number 4, the run game. Jace McClellan, Roydell Williams. Hopefully we can see more Jamarian Miller and Justice Haynes. All right? The reason why I think Justice Haynes don't get more playing time than he do is because of pass protection. You know, he be having issues in pass protection. But hey, it is what it is. He's a true freshman. Gotta learn. But anyway, this running game will be key too. All right, keeping the defense honest. Even if we ain't getting too much in the run game, long as we picking up positive yardage, hey, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. With the way this front 7 for LSU been playing, hey, I got confidence in our run game. I'm going to have confidence in our offensive line in the run game. Jace McClellan had, 130-something yards rushing against Tennessee. And guess what? LSU's front 7 ain't nowhere near Tennessee's front 7. So, it is, hey, we'll see. And then, I know we didn't have 2-minute running yards against daggone Texas A&M. I mean, we couldn't do nothing on them. But once again, LSU front 7 is not the caliber of Texas A&M or Tennessee. So I think we will find success in the run game. And I believe we could rush on this defense for at least 120 yards. That's just my opinion. So we'll see what the facts is once the game begins. So I just feel like we can find success in the pass and running game against this defense. Now, I know everybody's saying, oh, he just discounting LSU's defense. No, I'm not. No, I am not. But I know what I've seen out of this LSU defense. Now, they could come out. This is a rivalry game. They could come in to Tuscaloosa and play the best defensive game they done played all season. And if they do, I wouldn't doubt it. Because LSU always play Alabama tough, and Alabama always play LSU tough. So it wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, number 4 is the run game. And let me see. What I was at? I was at number 4, right? Yeah, number 4, the run game. This is what the article says about the run game. While the passing game will take center stage for both teams with chunk plays to expand is to be expected with regularity. It's the run game that could very well turn out to be the deciding factor. If Alabama can take advantage of LSU's second worst run defense in the SEC. You heard what I just said. This damn LSU defense ain't nowhere near the caliber of Tennessee and Texas A&M. Man, like I said, we picked up Jason McClellan ran for 130-something yards on daggone Tennessee. But anyway, LSU has the second worst run defense in the SEC. The Tide could possess the ball enough to keep Daniels and the Tigers' offense off the field and frustrated. Among SEC teams, only Vanderbilt has yielded more yards on the ground than LSU this season. Vanderbilt. Anyway, senior running backs Jason McClellan and Compton must take advantage. Of course, this means the O-line needs to step up and road grade a bad LSU defense in the trenches. That's not asking a lot. But the Alabama O-line has had its share of inconsistencies this season. Here's a chance to get it right. If you can't run on the second worst run defense in the SEC, you're just sorry. You're just sorry. So we'll find out a lot, on Saturday against this garbage run defense. Just put it lightly. All right. And number 5, second half adjustments. And my Alabama Crimson Tide staff have put on display how they can make halftime, second half adjustments, especially against those Tennessee Vols who held a 13-point lead at halftime. And when Alabama came out their locker room in the second half, Tennessee went scoreless, and Alabama played lights out, especially on defense, held on offense too. Second half adjustments. They'd have made those second half adjustments in 2 or 3 other games too. So I think my Alabama Crimson Tide coaching staff is the best at making halftime and second half adjustments. All right? Better than LSU, I can tell you that. But anyway, I don't think we might need to make any second half adjustments in this game going against this lowly defense. But I ain't discounting it though. Like I said, they could come to Tuscaloosa and play the best game they done played all season. All right? But here's the article. Second half adjustment has been the key this season to rallying past Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and most recently Tennessee. Credit the coaching staff for recognizing the changes necessary. While you don't want to fall behind to this LSU team, especially the count of 33-13, like in 2019 against the Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow and LSU's eventual national championship team, they still only beat us by like 6 points. But anyway, they won. It's at least somewhat comforting to know that if it should happen, meaningful halftime adjustments will most likely certainly be forthcoming. By contrast, LSU got smoked in the second half in its loss to Florida State, getting outscored 31-7 over the final 2 periods. That's not good. That's not good. Like I say, this ain't a Pete Golden defense. We make adjustments on the defensive side of the ball at halftime and in the second half and in-game adjustments. St. Pete Golden no more, LSU. The Pete Golden defense that you beat by a measly 1 point in overtime last season. And guess what? If it come down to that again, it won't be Jayden Daniels running for a daggone 25-yard touchdown on the first play of overtime. Not this season. Not against the steel curtain, the steel defense that's in Alabama. I know that. But like I said, second half adjustments, man. Alabama improved time and time again that they can make the necessary adjustments. And Alabama improved time and time again that this defense can lead them to wins. And that's what I'm expecting this coming Saturday. And I'm talking about from the offense and the defense to play lights out football. And I know LSU, they got the better offense. But guess what? I think my Alabama Crimson Tide got the best overall team. And it's going to take a total team effort to win this game. All right. A lot of people might say, oh, they one-dimensional. No, we're not. Because Alabama improved that they can win with the run game and they can win with the passing game. Just putting it out there. So it is what it is. And those are the 5 keys. Let me name them again to Alabama's victory over LSU. Contain Jayden Daniels, number 1. Jalen Milroe's accuracy, number 2. taking care of the ball, number 3, the run game, number 4, and second half adjustments, number 5. So those are the 5 keys to Alabama's success in this game against LSU Saturday, in which my Alabama Crimson Tide will bring the W home to Bryant-Denny, which they'll already be at home. But hey, it is what it is. I'll talk to y'all later. Roll damn Tide, baby.